Welcome everyone, this is Andres Restart, and this time we're going to be going over my predictions for Nintendo's presence at the Game Awards for 2018. So a couple disclaimers. One, yes, the lighting's a little off right now, so please bear with it. And two, yes, these predictions are pretty early on, but I felt like it was time to do it because, one, my ideas on what we're actually going to be seeing are pretty much set in stone at this point, and also Geoff Keighley recently teased the Game Awards with a picture with Reggie wearing a Metroid shirt, and we'll be getting into that really soon. But first I want to sort of set up why I'm making these predictions, why I think it makes sense, and then get into the predictions. So firstly, E3 2018. A lot of us expected a lot of games there, but we didn't really get what we expected. Sure, we got Smash Bros, we didn't get too much else. We didn't get Yoshi, we didn't get Animal Crossing, we didn't get Luigi's Mansion, we didn't get Metroid. But in September, we actually got Yoshi, we got Luigi's Mansion, and we got Animal Crossing. So that sort of led me to believe Nintendo does have these games in the works. They are pretty far along, but they're sort of basically kind of pacing them out when they're actually shown off and when it's time to actually sort of share news on these games. So I guess they decided that September was a good time to show off those games, but for the Game Awards, which is more of a hardcore-centric sort of environment, they're saving a few more announcements to sort of hype us up for 2019. And that sort of brings us to my first prediction. I think Bayonetta 3 is going to be shown off, actual gameplay reveal trailer at the Game Awards this year, and it's going to be announced for 2019. It was teased last year at the Game Awards, and I think next year in 2019 we're going to finally get the game and they're going to show off gameplay for it at the Game Awards this time around. And it makes a lot of sense for a few different reasons. One, they teased it last year, but two, Bayonetta just fits really well with that kind of environment for the Game Awards, and on top of that, it kind of seems to me that Nintendo's using Bayonetta in that sort of back-to-back sort of style like they did with Breath of the Wild, where they shared Breath of the Wild for back-to-back years at the Game Awards, and that really raised the awareness for the game and raise hype for Nintendo, and Bayonetta is definitely going to get a lot more attention now because of the Game Awards. And now that brings me to my second prediction, and I guess the main topic for this video given the title. Metroid Prime 4 I think is going to be shown off in full gameplay form at the Game Awards. Is it just going to be a trailer? Is it going to be like an actual playable demo? Hard to say. I would say we're just going to get a trailer, right? And it's going to be pretty epic. I think that's what's going to happen. Then at E3 2019, we're going to see full-on gameplay demos for the game. But this year, I think we're going to get an actual gameplay reveal trailer for the game, and it's going to be incredible. So why do I think it's actually going to be shown off? Well, one, Geoff Keighley did tease that picture with Reggie wearing the Metroid shirt. Now, some of you might say, hey, that's not really a big deal. It doesn't mean too much. In an isolated incident, I would totally agree with you, but there's some context here that you should understand. So a few years ago, before the Game Awards had its big transition where it became way more awesome, Geoff Keighley had Reggie on the show, and Retro Studios, a Nintendo developer that's known for Metroid Prime, was about to show something off. And Reggie was wearing a Metroid pin, and we knew Retro Studios was going to show something off, and we didn't have a Metroid announcement, and there had been no Metroid for years, and the Wii U really needed a big, awesome new game. So what we got was a character reveal for Cranky Kong in Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. It was very disappointing. Not because Cranky Kong isn't cool and Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze isn't cool, but because it wasn't what we expected, it wasn't what we needed, it wasn't what we wanted. And there was quite a bit of backlash. Nintendo was made very well aware of this, along with Reggie. So now, going into this tease, I'm pretty confident in saying that they know what they're doing this time around. They're not just doing that to sort of, get us all crazy in a fuss. Like, they know that this is teasing Metroid Prime 4. And on top of that, a lot of people sort of expected Metroid Prime 4 to be shown off last year, well, this year at E3 2018, it wasn't shown off. We got the reveal, or rather, the confirmation of Metroid Prime 4 at E3 2017, and a lot of us expected to at least get a gameplay reveal sometime this year, especially since most of us sort of expect for the game to come out at the end of 2019. So while we haven't gotten a gameplay reveal trailer yet, it might just happen at the Game Awards, and it could be a really big announcement, it could be a really good showing, and it would make sense for Metroid to be at the Game Awards because it fits that environment just like Bayonetta, a big hardcore game, and Metroid's one of those games that really needs to raise awareness for that franchise, and being at the Game Awards will definitely get a lot of eyes on that game, so a full-on gameplay reveal for Metroid Prime 4 makes way too much sense. And this brings me to my final prediction for the show. And this prediction isn't actually for an actual new or gameplay reveal trailer for a game that's in development, but rather a final character reveal for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, why do I think this is going to happen? Well, one, during E3, Geoff Keighley and Reggie were talking, and they sort of made mention of how Super Smash Bros. Ultimate comes out a day after the Game Awards. Smash Ultimate comes out December 7th, and the Game Awards is on December 6th at night. So then, it kind of makes sense to maybe have something Smash related to hype up the release of the game right before it comes out. But here's the thing, Sakurai told us that all of the characters for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate would be revealed by the time the game comes out. Except here's the thing, technically, December 6th is the day before the game comes out. So technically, it would fall in line with what he said if we got one more character reveal at the Game Awards. And if you've been following me for a while and watching my Smash Bros. Videos, you might have an idea what I'm going to say right now. I think Banjo and Kazooie are going to be revealed at the Game Awards for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Yeah, it may seem kind of crazy, it may seem kind of bold, but that's my gut feeling. Now, if you want to know why I think Banjo and Kazooie are going to be in the game, I could talk on for a really long time, but I actually already made a video specifically about that. It's called The Argument for Banjo-Kazooie in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So I'll put a link in the description below, in the end card and such, or the eye, so check that out once you're done with this video. But to play it all back, guys, I think Bayonetta 3 is going to get a gameplay reveal. I think Metroid Prime 4 is going to get a gameplay reveal. Both are going to be announced for 2019. And I also think Banjo and Kazooie is going to be announced for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the base roster, and it's going to be shown off the day before the game actually comes out. Those are my thoughts on the matter. Could I be wrong? Totally. I could see Banjo-Kazooie easily, well, one, not making the game, and also just being DLC, so it could be a DLC announcement instead of a base roster announcement. And maybe Metroid Prime 4 Bayonetta do not come out next year. Maybe they're coming out later on. That's a possibility, but I think at least one of these things is definitely going to come true. But if you disagree, let me know in the comments below. Anyways, everyone, thank you so much for listening and watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to support the channel even more, you can check out my Patreon. You can subscribe for just $1 a month. Once I get up to 10 patrons, I'll start doing talking points and podcasts on a monthly basis, a couple different shows within there, so to offer you guys more content for those of you who are actually offering some financial help for my channel. And regardless if you can or not, I really appreciate it. I just, you know, as a YouTuber who's still small, I kind of need that extra support to kind of continue doing this. But regardless, I really appreciate what you guys do for me, watching my videos, liking the videos, commenting on the videos. But if you do want to support me more, there's a Patreon, but you can also check out my Discord community, my Twitter, my Instagram. Check it out if you're interested. But anyways, everyone, thank you for staying up to this point. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you all really soon. Bye.